Good. So our theme for tonight is balance. It's not a new theme, but it's an important theme. It's something that we try, I think, probably on a regular basis. I hope so, on a regular basis. We try to regulate our nervous systems. We try to come to like that calm, steady center. And there are many ways to affect that. There's the physical body. So working the body asymmetrically to make sure that the muscle definition on each side of the body is as even as possible. There's energetic balance, which you can think of as left and right brain. You can think about it as kind of like the solar and lunar energies of our bodies. Basically making sure that like we feel kind of balanced internally, but more from a more energetic perspective. Then there's mental balance. And so sometimes we find ourselves on these extreme sides of experiences. So maybe we're very lethargic or depressed, or maybe we're very anxious and restless. And we want to come to that center where we can be with both experiences. And it's not so much a meeting at the center of that binary, but it's actually rising above that binary. So in my mind, that regulation, that resilience, that balance isn't so much a balance of both chaos, but actually to be at a perspective where you can hold whatever experience you're in with a bit more compassion and a bit more, what's the word I want to use here? Balance, a bit more groundedness, better perspective, less reactivity is probably what I'm going for, to be less reactive to the world around you. Not that you're ignoring it, but you're not responding to every little tick that might set you off. That's our goal with our balancing practice tonight. And so the word for balance in Sanskrit is samavritti, which means same wave. So if you go up, you come down. If you go up, you come down. And it's just this balanced movement throughout our bodies, our energies, and our minds. So that's what we're going to practice. There's a pranayama for this called Samavritti Pranayama. Pranayama means breathing techniques. And if you have my book, it's in there a lot, actually. It's its own standalone practice, and it's also a preparatory practice for other more advanced practices. But for now, let's practice it specifically. So sitting tall, please. Relax your shoulders down your back. Feel the crown lift and your eyes close. And bring your awareness to your breath. Aware of the inhale, aware of your exhale. Now to engage Samavritti Pranayama, we'll effort to make the inhale and exhale equal lengths of time and capacities of breath. So a way to do this is to count the breath, inhaling for a certain number of counts and exhaling for an equal number of counts. And a count is whatever you use for internal measurement. An estimated second, the sound of a word or syllable. Just doing your best to make sure that the length of the inhale and exhale are equal or balanced. Inhaling for a certain number of counts. Exhaling for an equal number of counts. And notice when your mind wanders and just bring it back. Equal inhale, equal exhale. Allowing our breath to establish this practice of balance. The counting of the breath helping to ground your mind from any spinning, any extraneous effort or movements of the mind. In yoga, the inhale side of the breath governs that more active or solar energy. The exhale side of the breath governs that lunar, more calming side of our energies. By balancing the breath, we bring these energies into harmony. So just a few more rounds, Vritti, same wave, equal inhale, equal exhale. As we breathe evenly, you might already start to notice the state of your nervous system shifting. If that's not the case, it's okay. Keep practicing. One more round. And as you complete this exhale, release the technique. Keep the breath calm. And let's chant the sound Om 3 times. Deep breath in. Please bring your palms to your heart and lower the chin. And just honor yourself as you are in this moment, body, breath, energy, and mind. And it's from that place within you that we'll practice tonight. Go ahead and rub the palms together, creating heat. And take the heated palms over your eyes. And brushing back over the top of your head, down your neck, bring yourself back to your space. And let's come on to our backs to start. Coming to lay down, please. Take your time getting there. Good. And hug your knees into your chest. Once you're on your back, it might just feel good to lay down for a moment. Maybe you find yourself just naturally rocking from side to side, or maybe you're just holding the knees still. Let's take a couple of breaths into just that more natural or organic process. Good. All right. And then take your feet flat to the floor, bridge prep, heels underneath your knees, hip width apart. Connecting to your breath. With your next inhale, lift the arms all the way overhead, knuckles touch the floor above you. And then exhale, release your arms back down to your sides. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms lifting all the way overhead. Exhale, arms down. Let's add bridge pose. Arms lift, inhale. Also lift the hips into the air, pressing the pelvis toward the ceiling. And then exhale, releasing the arms and hips at the same time. Please continue. Inhale, lift, bridge pose. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale. And exhale. Let's add Vritti Pranayama, the even breath. Inhaling for a certain number of counts as you lift the arms and hips into the air. And then for the same number of counts and breath capacity, lower the arms and hips back down. Inhaling, lift for a certain number of counts. And exhale, lowering down for the same number of counts. Even the breath out. And what happens as you do that is that the movement also becomes even, more controlled, more regulated. Let's do just a few more rounds, all right? Inhale, lift. and lower. Keep going. Inhaling. Exhaling. We're going to hold the pose this time, but we're going to keep breathing evenly. So inhaling for a certain number of counts. Stay in bridge pose and continue to breathe Sama Vritti Pranayama. One more breath, still breathing evenly. And as you exhale for that equal count, release the arms and hips back on down. Good, take your time getting there. But once you are there, go ahead and extend the legs down to the floor and have your arms down by your side. And just for a moment, identify your right side and your left side. And identify your legs and your arms. Just good awareness to have. Good, so we're gonna be working with pairs of opposites in our bodies, that is. So with your next inhale, please lift your right arm all the way overhead, knuckles on the floor above you, and also lift your left leg into the air, reaching your heel toward the ceiling. Exhale, release the arm and leg back down. Inhale, lift the left arm all the way overhead and lift the right leg into the air. Exhale, release the arm and leg back down. So we're moving opposite arm, opposite leg. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower down. Left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower down. Now we're going to keep going. Inhale, opposite arm, opposite leg. Exhale, lower down. Now let's add Samavritti Pranayama. Inhale for a certain number of counts, more controlled movement. Exhale, release the arm and leg down, equal number of counts. Keep going, Samavritti, as you move opposite arms and opposite legs. Just a couple more times. And the next time that the left arm and the right leg come down, go ahead and stay. Take an adjusting breath, relax the body for a moment. Good, all right. So go ahead and please lift your right arm overhead again and lift your left leg into the air. We're gonna do a little bit of core work here, so just do your best with this one. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, curl the chin toward the throat, curl yourself up, and bring that right hand out to the outside of your left foot. And then go ahead and inhale, come back down, but leave the left leg raised toward the ceiling. All right, let's do that again. Exhale, crunch up, reach the right arm, cross the leg, then inhale, release. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale back. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale back. We're gonna do a couple more. Crunching up and back. Last one. Release the arm down and then relax the left leg to the floor. Bring the right arm down by your side. And then take the right leg into the air. We're going to do the other side now. Left arm all the way overhead, knuckles on the floor. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, crunch up. Take the left arm or hand across the outside of the right foot. And then inhale, come back down. Exhale, crunch. Inhale back. Keep going. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Couple more. Last one, reach. And then release. Bring the leg down, bring your arm down by your side. Feeling some of that heat that's building in your core. And then go ahead and bring the right knee into your chest. Feel the gentle stretch in the hip here. Good, and then take the right leg toward the ceiling again. And take the arms out to the side, making a T shape with the body, or you can do cactus arms if there's furniture nearby. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, take the right leg across the body toward the floor on your left side. Inhale, come all the way back up. Good, let's do that again. Exhale, twist, taking the right leg across the body. Inhale, back up. 3 more times. Twist. Twist. Last one, take the right leg all the way across. And then come all the way back up. Bring the knee on in. And extend the leg on down. Good, let's do the other side. Bring the left knee into your chest, staying for 2 breaths here just to feel that little gentle stretch in the hip. Good, all right. Then go ahead and extend the left leg toward the ceiling, pull the toes back, and take your arms out to the side again. Or again, you could do cactus arms. Deep breath in. Exhale, take the left leg across the body. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, across. Inhale, return. We're gonna do 3 more times. Exhale, take it across. Inhale back and twist. Last one, take that left leg all the way across. Inhale back up, hug the knee in, and relax it on down. Feel sensation in the legs, the core, the shoulders, or anywhere else you're feeling it. Good. All right, please hug both knees into your chest and hold behind the knees or thighs with both hands. Good, and then curl yourself up into a ball. And then with your exhale, rock back to your shoulders. Inhale, rock up to a seat. Exhale, rock back to your shoulders again. Inhale, up to a seat. And then just keep going back and forth. Massaging the muscles along the spine into the ground here, and also helping to shake up your system a little bit. This movement helps to circulate lymphatic fluid throughout your body, helping to boost your immune system. Back and forward. Careful not to go too far back on the neck. And then see just how fluid of a movement you can make the rocking forward and back. Takes a little bit more core strength. Back and forth. We're gonna go for a little bit longer. And it takes about 30 seconds really to affect the lymphatic system. One more time. And then go ahead and come to just seat for a moment, get still. Feel sensation along the back body, circulation in your body, the state of your mind, breath, what your mind thinks about all that. Good. When you're ready, let's transition into downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. But once you are there, feel free to walk the dog out. It's our first down dog of the night. Feeling length in one leg, bending the opposite knee. Deep breaths here. Good, all right. So from downward facing dog, bring the leg still. Go ahead and lift your right leg high into the air. With your exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Help it along. Now it's up to you if you want to keep the back knee on the ground or if you want to lift it up. It's up to you. We're going to come into a lunge. So lifting the arms up, inhale. Good. With your exhale, you're going to bring your hands down to the floor or onto blocks and straighten the front leg, pulling the toes towards you. Now, again, your back knee can be lifted or on the ground here. You're still going to get a powerful stretch. So do what works for you. Good. Then inhale, rock forward, lift the arms up again. Exhale, bring your hands down, straighten the front leg, pull the toes back, bowing the heart toward the leg. Inhale, rock forward, lift the arms. Take some balance. Exhale, bring the hands down, straighten the right leg. Good, keep going. Let's do a few more. And just see how smooth you can make this movement. Kind of like a wave cresting and falling. Might mean you have to move a bit slower to have that kind of control. Good, let's do one more, all right? Rocking up. Rocking back. The next time you inhale, just bend the front knee and step gently back to downward facing dog. Take an adjusting breath. Oh, there's that other side to do though, so let's give that a try. Lift the left leg high into the air. Exhale, bring the left foot between the hands. Help it through if you need to. And again, the back knee can be on the ground here, or you can keep it lifted. And if you want to change your mind at any point, feel free to do so. Good. So bending the front knee, inhale, come up for your lunge. And with your exhale, bring the hands down to the floor or to blocks and straighten the left leg, pull the toes toward you. Then inhale, rock forward, lift the arms. Exhale, bring the arms down, straighten the left leg, pull the toes toward you, and just keep going. Inhale, lift, exhale, bow. Going at your own pace. Again, you might need to slow the movement down a bit to make sure that you have control here, that it's as fluid as possible. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow, pull the toes towards you. Then with your next inhale, go ahead and bend the front knee and step back to downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. Good, moving through the Danda Kriya. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, 1 inch from the floor. Press the arms straight, take the shoulders back, upward facing dog. Then exhale, pull back into downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Inhale, plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One more time. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Coming on up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And taking a breath. Good, all right. So from here, look at the space between your thumbs. You can walk or hop the feet forward between the hands. Then press palms to shins, come halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold down. Sweep the arms out to the side, and he'll come all the way up to standing. Reach. And bring your palms to your heart. Good feeling, sensation. Breath rate, heart rate. All right, so standing tall. Feel the connection your feet make to the floor, and have the feet stacking underneath the hips if they are not already. Good. Then go ahead and sway from side to side for a moment and just notice the shifting weight of your body in the feet. And then stop at the point where it feels like the weight is evenly placed in both feet. You might have to sway again to make sure that's true. And then do the same thing leaning forward and back, not going too far, you'll fall. Just find the place where it feels like a nice balance between the soles of your feet, or sorry, the heels of your feet and the balls of your feet. And stop when it feels balanced. And you created a crosshairs with your body that you're now at the center of. Good. Standing here, I would like you to engage your core just a bit more. So feel your tailbone pull down towards your feet. Feel the navel pull back towards your spine. There's almost like a lift pulling up of the pelvic floor, making you just a hair steadier here standing. Shoulders are relaxing down your back. The crown is lifting. Feet are rooting. Then focus your eyes to a single non-moving point in front of you. All of this is building towards something, I promise. Eyes are focused to a non-moving point, and then shift that weight down into your left foot. Keep pulling up the pelvic floor. You might feel a lift out of the hip slightly, and that allows your right foot to just rise. The right knee coming up towards your chest as high as you can make it. Now your hands can be on the hips or palms to heart or just relaxing down, whatever feels best for you. Breathe. Good, and then place that right foot back down. Feel the support and shift come back to center. And then feel it move into the right leg. Now again, pull up the pelvic floor. Feel that left foot get light, and then feel it lift all the way up. Again, eyes are focused. Hands are wherever they feel comfortable. And then carefully place that foot down. Feel the shift back to center. And we're going to come back into the first side. So grounding into the left leg, allow the right leg to lift. With your exhale, push the right foot forward. And then bring the knee back in. And then exhale, push the leg forward. Keep going. Good. One more time. Push. Bring it back, and then place the foot down. Shift to center. Shift into the right foot. Lift to the left. Good. Steady. Press the left foot forward. And bring it back in. 3 more times. Good. Press it forward. Bring it in. And place it down. Take a moment in the center. Good. So we're going to keep moving through some balancing postures. Balance, of course, is the theme of our class tonight. And it's always a good thing to practice being steady, right? So let's turn side face for this. You can keep facing the way you're facing if you want. We're going to come back into that first side. So shift into your left leg. Feel the support, your pelvic floor pulling up, the core is engaged. Let's bring palms to heart as the right knee comes up. Now you're going to change your focus, your eyes, from that point on the wall in front of you to a point on the floor about 18 inches in front of you. Make that shift. And then keep your eyes focused there. And we're going to come into warrior 3. So bring the heart parallel to the ground, extend your right leg out behind you, looking down at that point. Breathe. Now I know this is everybody's favorite pose, so breathe with that. Good. And then if you can, try standing back up. Bringing the right knee up and then placing it down. So that was so much fun. We got to do the other side now. So shifting to center and then into your right foot, lift your left knee up and change your focus when you're ready from the wall to the floor. And then keep that focal point as you come into warrior 3 on this side. Extending the leg out behind you, chest parallel to the floor. Breathe. And then see if you can come back up through standing. It's okay if you don't make it. And release. Good job. Now, sometimes with balancing postures, it can be some self-criticism that comes into your mind. And if that occurs for you, it's okay. It's natural to want to do well at things, but know that this is all just yoga. You're not a bad person, you're not a bad yogi because you can't balance for as long as somebody else. So when those critical thoughts come into your mind, acknowledge them, but then kind of ask them just to stay away for now. We know they're trying to help, but we want to just experiment, see what happens here, because things are going to get turned up just a little bit this next round. And I'll demonstrate you really quickly what we're going to be doing. So you doing what we've already done so far, you'll shift into one leg and lift the knee. We're going to use warrior 3 as a transition. So once we're here, you're going to bend the standing leg. You're going to take the back foot flat to the floor. At this point, you can drop the knee or keep it lifted. And we're going to come into that high lunge we did earlier. With the exhale, the hands come down. We'll straighten the front leg. And then we'll rock forward. And then we'll move through a flow, okay? Which will all make sense when we get there. But that whole stepping back and forward. Now at the end, we do have to step back forward again. So you'll end in a lunge, and you're going to have to shift back into warrior 3 and back up again. It'll all make sense as you move through it, but I just want to let you know where we're headed. So stand at the top of your mat if you're not there already. Find your breath, and let's balance. This is a fun way to do a sun salutation. Good. Standing tall, find your breath. Feel your feet rooted again. Know where that point is. That is your center. And then shift the weight down into your left leg. Focus your eyes. And you can even start with the eyes looking at the floor if you want to. And then pick up your right knee, palms to heart. And then go ahead and push the right leg back, warrior 3. And for now, just stay for a breath. And then soften the left leg. Take the right toes to the ground. And again, you can drop the knee or keep it lifted. And then take the arms up, coming into your lunge. Good. Exhale, bring the hands down to the floor or blocks. Straighten the left leg, pull the toes toward you. Good. Then inhale, rock forward. Let's step back to downward facing dog, where we'll move through Danda Kriya. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. And then lift your right leg high and step your right foot through. Good. Inhale, come into the lunge. Again, leg can be lifted or on the ground. Exhale, hands to the floor, block, straighten the right leg. And then bend the front knee. We're going to transition into warrior 3. So this is, for some of us, easier said than done. So palms can come to your heart. You're going to start to lean the body forward to kind of get a spring going with that back foot, and then push off to hover. And to the best of your ability, then stand up, knee to chest, and place back down. Now, the good news is you'll get to practice that a few more times. So standing tall. Feel the right leg ground this time. Pick up your left knee. When you're ready, push into warrior 3. Take the leg back and just use it as a transition this time. So back toes come to the floor, come into your lunge. Then we'll come into the hamstring stretch, hands down Straighten the right leg. Good. Rock forward, step back, downward facing dog. Danda Kriya. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Once you're in down dog, lift the left leg high and step the foot through. Help it forward. Coming into your lunge, and again, the back knee can be raised or on the ground. Exhale, bring the hands down, straighten the left leg, hamstring stretch. And then bend the front knee, left toes on the ground. Bring your palms to heart. Let's get light on that back foot. And when you're ready, come into warrior three. Good. And come up to standing and place the right foot down. Take a breath. We're going to move into the right leg this time. So ground the weight of the body, focus the eyes, and bring the left knee up. And then move into warrior three, shoot the leg back behind you. And then take the foot to the floor, come into your lunge. Good, hands down, hamstring stretch. Good, rock forward, step back, Danda Kriya. Well, down dog, then Danda Kriya. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good, left leg lifts this time. Step the foot all the way through, help it forward, coming into your high lunge. And then hands to the floor, hamstring stretch. Good, rock forward, palms to heart. Go ahead and push into warrior three as best you can. And then come up to standing and place the foot on down. So feel the weight evenly distributed in both feet now. You might notice that what was hard at the beginning became a little easier as we came along. And I want to show that to you a bit. Now, it's not a promise, it's just an awareness if it is true. Feel the weight pressing down into the left foot. Feel the core engaged, and just pick up your right knee. Palms can be the heart, hands on hips, whatever works best for you. But focus the eyes and just stay here for a few breaths. Now, we did this not too long ago as one of our first balancing postures. And this might be a different experience now that we've kind of worked with more complex balancing poses. Now you still might be teetering, you might fall, and that's completely fine too. But even so, it might be different than before. Good, try to place the right foot back down, come back to center, and let's see how the other side now feels. So grounding into the right foot, allow your left knee to rise. And breathe. Focus the eyes. Almost there. Good, then place that foot on down. Let's come into a symmetrical fold. So hinging at the hips, coming into Uttanasana, standing forward fold. After a bunch of balancing postures, it's always good to come into something symmetrical where both sides of the body can feel something at the same time. Now, if you want to here, you can interlace your fingers at your lower back and lift the arms off the back and overhead. Keep the knees just a little bit bent, just slightly soft. Good, go ahead and release the hands. Press palms to shins, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out to the side, flat back, coming all the way up. And palms to the heart. All right. So having the feet about hip width apart, we're going to come into a twisting chair pose. So bring the palms to the heart. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, just sink the hips on down. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs. This time we'll stay. Exhale, bend the knees, sinking down on in. Now feel the sternum or the heart lifting here. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, take the right elbow across the body to come on to sit, to sit on top of the left thigh, mixing them up words. And then press the palms together, work the left shoulder back and twist. Keep the knees bending. Keep the hips sinking. And roll that left shoulder back a bit more with each exhalation. Good. Keep the knees bending. Come back to center. And we're just going to go right into the other side. So if you can, keep the knees bending. Bring your left elbow, exhale, across the top of your right thigh or knee. Work the right shoulder back, twist. Breathe. Good. Keeping the knees bent, come back to center. Then straighten the legs. Feeling what you feel. Good. So we're going to work with the high lunge one more time. And you can have the back knee on the floor if you want to. So from the front of your mat, go ahead and step your left foot way back and sink into the front knee. Hands can be on the thigh to start. Shoulders back. Good. Sinking in, just feeling what you feel here. Then take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. Now, if that's feeling far away from you, you can bring blocks underneath your hands. We're going to come into what's called an open twist. So when we do a closed twist, we kind of turn into the body. We're going to turn away from the body. So your right hand and right foot are on the ground or a block. And then reach your left arm forward, inhale. And exhale, sweep the left arm into the air. Good, breathe. Keep bending the right knee, keep taking the left shoulder back. And now you can keep the left arm reaching into the air if you'd like. Some of you might want to just reach it all the way overhead, kind of shooting out straight from the leg. Keep working the left shoulder back. Almost there. Good, and then go ahead and bring the left hand down. And go ahead and step the left foot forward, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. And then we'll do the other side. Go ahead and take your right foot way back. Bend the knee and interlace the fingers on the front thigh. Try to keep the back leg as straight as you can and just sink as far into the hips as you can. Perfect. And then let's come into the twist. So start by bringing both hands to the inside of the left foot. And again, we're going to do an open twist. So it's a left foot on the floor. It's a left hand as well on the floor. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. Exhale, sweep the right arm into the air, taking the right shoulder back as much as you can. Keep bending the front knee. Keep straightening the right leg. Keep breathing. And again, if you want to, you can take the right arm and just Kind of shoot it straight from the heel, all the way through the leg, the side of the body, and out of the arm. One big long line. Just a few more breaths. You're almost there. Keep working the right shoulder back. Good. And then bring the right arm down. We're going to step forward again, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Good. Press palms to shins, come halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side. Strong back, come all the way up. And release the arms. Good. And then take a wide stance on your yoga mat. We're going to have the toes pointing directly forward for now. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward and down. Wide leg forward fold. Good. Now at this point, if you want to, you can just hang here. There's plenty of stretch happening in the body at this stage. If you want to feel a bit more, you can take your hands kind of onto the legs or shins and just give yourself a gentle tug. You don't have to pull yourself through so much. But just start to guide the chest kind of toward the space between the legs. All right, from here, come halfway up. Hands or fingertips on the ground right now. So the toes are still pointing directly forward. I'm going to have you bring your hands, let's bring your hands onto your shins. That'll work. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend both knees. Sink deep down into a squat here. And you want your chest and your hips to be on the same level plane, and your chest is parallel to the floor. You're looking straight down and you're breathing, hopefully. If not, just add it in. Soften your jaw and stay. You're almost there. Keep breathing. Stay with it, even if your body is really asking you to not. Stay with it. You're almost gone. All right, go ahead and straighten the legs and fold forward once again. And then from here, take your time, but transition into downward facing dog. However, you need to move your body to get to that point. Downward facing dog. Good. Then inhale, plank pose. And then exhale, plank yourself all the way down to the ground this time. All the way down. You earned it. So we're going to come into Crocodile Pose or Makrasana. And so we'll start with the feet and we'll work our way toward the head. So with the feet, you're going to have your heels about a mat width apart, toes turning outward, inside arches resting against the ground. So if you're taller, you might actually need to take them wider than that even. And this allows the pelvis to kind of spread into the floor, the hips. Good, and then you're gonna cross your arms in front of you, but this is not a face plant. You're not doing this, even though that might feel good. It's not the pose. You're actually gonna have your elbows kind of closer to your body. If you're looking at the placement of the shoulder and the elbow, there's maybe about an inch or two between them. So it's not too far forward. And you can rest the back of the forehead on the back of the hands. And this is crocodile. So come into that alignment. Feet about mat width apart. Inside arches resting toward the floor. Arms crossed in front of you. The elbows just a little bit forward of the shoulders. And the head resting on the back of the hands or arms. And your chest is lifting off the floor slightly here. This allows your abdomen to ground into the earth. And feel your breath moving in your belly here. Ground it down into the abdomen. Inhale, the navel pushing into the floor. You exhale, the navel relaxing away. Even if it feels counterintuitive, breathe to your belly. And as you're breathing to your belly, bring back Sama Vritti Pranayama, the even breath. Inhaling for a certain number of counts or length of time. Exhaling for an equal number of counts or length of time. Inhaling for a certain number of counts. Exhaling for an equal number of counts. What you may notice as you continue to breathe the belly evenly here is that tension in and around the abdomen and pelvis starts to soften. Starts to relax. If not, see if you can just consciously start to relax some of that effort. The gripping and holding in the belly and pelvis. Even inhale, even exhale. And stay here for about another minute or so. Keep breathing evenly to your abdomen, relaxing tension where you find it. So please begin to deepen your breath. When you're ready, bring your feet closer together. And slide your arms back, hands under your shoulders. It's going to feel kind of far away, but take your time getting to downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. And float down onto hands and knees and come to a seat. Again, take your time. It's okay if you're still kind of internal. You can stay there a bit. So once you're in a seat, bring your feet flat to the floor and mat width apart. So just a bit wider than your shoulders. Hands behind you, sit up tall. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, go ahead and drop both knees to the right, rock up onto your hip and twist around to look behind you. Feel your right shoulder kind of guiding further back behind you, spiraling back behind you. Now, here's where I want you to listen to your body and listen to your practice and what feels accessible and what does not, and honor that, whatever it looks like. You can stay up on your hands. If you have a bit more twisting left in your spine, you can come down onto your forearms, but only do that if you can keep twisting. If coming down to the forearms makes you come out of the twist, that's not helping. Come back up onto your hands. Now, it may take a little bit more control here, but let's breathe evenly. Sama, Vritti, Pranayama. One more breath. If you are down on your forearms, take your time as you walk back up onto your hands. And then take your time as you unwind back to center. Oh, and there's another side. So when you're ready, go ahead and rock the knees to the left. Spin around to look behind you as far as you can. Moving in that direction at least. Working that left shoulder back, twisting a bit deeper. Navel pulling into the body, into the left. Now again, it's okay to stay up on the hands. Really it is. But if you have the twisting in your spine, if you have the flexibility, you can come down onto your forearms, but only do so if you can keep twisting. Coming down makes you come out of the pose, then you're not in the pose, and you have to come back up onto your hands. But once you're settled in whatever version of this posture you're doing, let's bring back Sama Vritti. One more breath here. Again, if you're down on the forearms, take your time walking back up onto your hands. And then we'll all, with an inhale, carefully unwind. All right, one more pose. Go ahead and extend the legs forward. Now, if you have more access or flexibility in your lower back and hamstrings, you can have your feet closer together. If it's still feeling a little bit tight, and that's okay, you can have your feet a bit apart, just not any wider than your yoga mat. Okay? So start by sitting up tall. You can take the hands behind you to help create that length in your spine. Pull the toes back towards you. Legs are engaged here. And then keep that tall spine as you lift the arms up. Think about hinging from your hips as you draw your heart as far forward over the legs as you can. Now, grabbing the feet is not the goal here. The goal is to lengthen the lower back, not overextend the shoulders. So even if you can grab the feet, maybe bring the hands onto the ankles or shins instead. Good. Now allow your chin to tuck toward your throat, the back of the neck lengthening. And as we stay in this posture for a little bit longer, you guessed it, bring back the even breath, Sama Vritti. One more breath. Inhale, carefully sit back up. And then as you're ready, go ahead and come onto your back for Shavasana, corpse pose. Coming to lay down. Take your time getting there. You can prepare your space in any way you want to, whether that's bringing a blanket over your body or under your head or both. You can turn down the light in your space if you want to. Take the next moment or so to set yourself up for Shavasana success. Feel your body relax open as you rest. Toes falling out to the side. Your arms resting by your side. Maybe shrugging the tailbone under slightly. Feel your jaw relaxed. Your forehead, your eyes, and anywhere else you might be holding tension. Now, as you relax here, see if you can establish light samavriti. So in the earlier practices, you're probably efforting quite a bit to maintain the even breath, meaning you're probably breathing deeper. Now, since the body is in a more relaxed state here, and that's our goal, allow the breath to be light but even. Maybe it's only a 1 or 2 count inhale and a 1 or 2 count exhale. Or maybe it's just a felt sense. You can just sense the breath is even. Not so much forcing the inhale or exhale. It's as if the even breath is the breath's natural state. Peace. 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 Please go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Making some gentle movements in your arms, your hands, your legs, your feet. And take your time as you roll to your right side. Coming on up to a seat as you're ready. And sitting tall, relax your shoulders. Allow the eyes to close, turning back inward. And reestablish one more time the even breath, Sama Vritti Pranayama. Inhaling and exhaling for equal counts. And as you continue to balance your breath, feel a deeper balance within you, a sense of harmony, calm, alertness. Maybe you notice a shift in your nervous system from before. Perhaps there was some frenetic energy, a restlessness. Maybe that has calmed. Maybe there was a sense of lethargy or depression. Maybe that has risen. Or maybe you're not sure what changed, but you notice a shift, a deeper sense of harmony between your body, your energy, between your energy and your mind, between your mind and your body. Maybe it feels like peace. Maybe it feels soft. Maybe there's a sense of deep readiness for whatever it is you need to be ready for. Maybe that's just ready for bed. One more time, inhale for a certain number of counts. Exhale for that equal count. As you let go of the balanced breath, feel that balance maintained deep within you. And anytime you slip or shift away from this delicate balance, you know that you have the tools, the resources to return. If through any means, through the balanced breath. Samavritti Pranayama. So taking a deeper, fuller breath, bring your palms together. Bow the chin and honor yourself for the work you've done here tonight. And honor yourself for the work you've done this year, our final practice of the year. We've been through a lot. We've experienced a lot collectively, individually. And here we are, still moving, still breathing, still seeking, still finding balance. May all of that work, all of that endeavoring, may it continue to serve you. So until next year, namaste.